gonna do this. We're doing this. Sandoval, Mosez, Jon Rivera, Pseudo tones. It was really funny because I did not we were listen to this interview ourselves. I didn't prepare at all. Like you said, you have 2 questions that you could probably lead into 20-minute conversation. I was like, I'm not gonna prepare. I'm gonna keep it as natural as I can.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily have direct questions. I know that there's questions that I think are important to ask.
Okay.
Surrounding the project.
That scares me.
But I think it's until we start asking really intense questions, it's nice to kind of just ask a simple one are you proud of the project?
Yeah. No, I am proud of it. I feel like we did a big process doing it. Oh my god, sorry, the sun is so fucking peak right now. Yo, this is peak. Yes, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it because now we're visualizing it, and that's my favorite process. So when you get to that part, it's of course, it's
yeah,
you're visualizing the project. So it's yeah, you're fucking proud of it, and you're I want to do a dope little something, just set up the camera, have a brew. But I say yes, I'm proud of it. So cheers to being proud of it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Pseudo tones. Yeah. So
that's unconventional because most people do not. Well, most artists in this tier level, I would say, that's what they dread the most, the visual aspect, because they don't have the funds to match their vision, right?
Yeah. It's not like we did either, but well, I mean, we had budget for it, but it's just
yeah, we still don't.
Yeah, it's if we would really have let's say we had all the budget, we would have done probably something no, I didn't say no. It would have been the same type of thing, maybe just a bit higher production,
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a similar approach because, the essence of the project is going to shine through regardless of what it is, whatever the median is. But it's what we might have. Well, me specifically, I like to go bigger and bigger.
Yeah, of course.
I have big, grandiose schemes.
Yeah, this whole process was that. It's just pitching an idea, and you're yeah, actually, let's do that and just put it on steroids. The craziest outcome. Yeah, but I don't know. I think visualizing the project is cool, and you don't necessarily need the craziest thing. You just need a really good idea. It's personally my favorite part when it comes to releasing music is being able to present it how and then being satisfied with the presentation. Yeah. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, can we ever really be satisfied?
Yeah, I guess not, but yes, you could be okay, you could be yes, I'm happy, or
I can move on.
I can move on, exactly. Because if you're gonna live a life always be I'm never gonna be satisfied. I mean, personally, my opinion, then I think I'll just be miserable because I'm my expectations for my satisfaction is too much, right?
Yeah,
just gotta be okay with it.
I did have one kind of specific question because for me, when I'm creating art or doing music, whatever it might be, I test the type of expression that I get from it, or the sensation I get from it is a cathartic experience.
Okay.
And, I get really excited about the A to Z, whatever part of it, especially with just the music.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, what would be the main feeling you got throughout the process of creating pseudotones, and then when it's finally finalized and you can just say, okay, it's done, did that emotion change? It's a pretty stacked question.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stacked, dude. What the fuck? Yeah. I mean,
take your time, you can...
Main emotion. I feel like it was a ride. It was a emotional ride because we also did the Safe and Beverly show, which initially was supposed to us we did our own EPs and then we collabed in the unit, and then we were gonna release the project with accompanying the show.
Yeah.
But things just didn't pan out that way, and there was more. Anyways, there's just more to do.
Took a year.
It was a year exactly. But the songs were ready technically then. Maybe just maybe what songs? Elevator Jams and White Rabbit were made after.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah,
they were made at break glass, right? So What was the man's? It was a whole lot of emotion. How do I feel? I don't know. It's kind of stacked. I don't know. I still feel good. I feel good about it. I kind of want to see like the reception. I want to see how it like sits in our discography. You know? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer that question. How do you feel? Maybe you could. Maybe you could explain. Make it make more sense.
Make it make more sense. I mean, it's only really makes sense in my own head. But it's obviously the first time that I've worked on multiple songs with somebody who was not just a producer, but
Yeah, songwriter, singer,
right? So it's like, I think it was a healthy exercise at the core of it, because I felt relieved some of that writing stress, so I can focus more like on the production side of things, which is cool, and like you kind of look at it from like a bigger picture. But a nice exercise to kind of like relinquish some control, because I think a lot of musicians go through that phase, especially if you're more on the technical side of things, where you start to think, well, this is my creation. I want it to feel this way. I need it to be ding, 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 ding. You start nitpicking every little detail. So not having to do that and be able to ask somebody else, like, what do you think is refreshing and relaxing?
Yeah, it is cool. I feel like collaborative.
No, I do the.
I mean,
There's this little trick I did that.
it's a lot of compromises. This whole thing's a lot of compromise. I think the background noise is cool as fuck, by the way.
Yeah, it
I
is
think
cool.
it'll make it like we're gonna like focus on our vocals, but like our vocals are our takes. Anyways, but I think like it's always fun.
Sorry, I'm
Collaborative.
looking at
It's
the dog.
fun.
I'm looking at Coda. That's the dog.
That's a nice dog.
He's so sweet, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's good. Sun's gonna come down. It's cool. Okay, pseudotones. What is you? I give you credit. You said pseudotones. You were the one who said pseudotones. I think we were bouncing off like doing something pseudo. We were like jumping pseudo this, and then you were like pseudotones, and I was like out of body, like on top of your fucking condo on where is it? Alexandra? There's nothing. No, not Alexandra. Hutchinson. Prepping for the show, I was like, pseudotones. Like, it made sense. It was like, yeah, that was a good thing. So now, because I know, like, we blindly kind of picked that name. There wasn't necessarily, like, we were directing something because we were, like, emotions, like, these type of patches of...
It phonetically sounded good.
Exactly. So it phonetically sounded right, and we were just like, it's super, just a gas name. Just a gas title. Straight gas.
For sure.
But now, like, what... Because... Okay, so this is my question, because it's complicated, but I find this a lot. Sometimes I just write for a song, or I'll make a title, like, because phonetically, like you said, it sounds good and it seems right, but then within the process and when the song's like getting done to finish or whatever, preparing to release it, it becomes it actually starts to mean something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in my terms, pseudotones didn't technically mean something in the beginning. It just sounded really good and it made sense for the project. What does it mean to you? Like, what does pseudotones mean? Like, the actual thing, since you said it first.
So, pseudo is obviously, like, the word itself, I think, has had a lot of critical existence. To people talking about pseudoscience, pseudo-medicine, pseudo-spirituality, whatever it might be. And in music, it's like, when somebody creates a song and they produce it and then they write to it and they mix it, at the end of the line, you're put into this box, you distribute it, you put it out there, people are going to say it's this, that, or whatever. But throughout the process of pseudotones and the creation, I think it was, for me personally, an essential transitional period, because my last project, it was like, okay, I was kind of like tiptoeing or dipping my toes into this more alternative sound type thing.
Yeah.
But being able to work with you, and you already are more, that's your base in
Yeah.
a sense. It allowed me to be like, okay, I can like express this freely without needing to put all of this pressure onto myself to create this tone that is not real yet, you know? And it's I think the songs are unique. Each of the songs are very unique. I don't think the project really has
Yeah.
it doesn't have its own tone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how I look at it is like pseudo tones. Each song is like it's like a different color. You know what I mean? In
Right.
like on a painter's. I don't know what it's called. What is it called? What the painters use in their hand? Some Bob Ross, like he's holding it. And he's just like,
yeah.
What I don't
I
know
know
what
what
it's
you're
called.
talking about. It's
So it's like that, or it's one color. Which actually, I think I like this. I think I like this better. Is it's one color, but it's just a gradient. You know what I mean?
Coda. Hello.
What's cracking,
What
bro?
up, baby? You good? Oh, you remembered me. Say
Hey,
hi.
bro. You're so cute.
Coda, coda, coda. Coda, coda, coda. Coda, coda, go. Go, 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 go.
The little step. It's a little dog step. Little. What's up, doggy? You're so
This is like the
cute.
best part of the whole interview. Okay, Coda. Go. Go, Coda. Go.
You just put 100% tariff on everything.
Yeah, I see it like a gradient. A gradient.
Yes, and I remember you mentioning that. It is a gradient, and it's, I think well, I'm not gonna say every emotion. I feel like there's some pretty broad emotions that are covered. Like, if we actually we should go track by track
Yeah.
and think about like what is the emotion that we felt.
Let's get into it. Well, better you than me. I know, like, you were like, dude, this is like some peak. It's just climax in a sense.
It is climax.
And then it's a decision of making the climax the intro, which
Yeah.
is like what a way to open a gate, right? So yeah, what does that mean? Like, what's the feeling? Break it down in a sense. Because it's cathartic. It's climax. It's
It's to me, it's kind of, I don't know if it's weird. It's a contrast because I feel like the instrumental and stuff is like really like dirty. It's gritty. It's kind of like in your face. But then like our voices on it are kind of like still.
It's super
has
sweet.
like an ethereal kind
yeah,
of.
it's super sweet. Take my sins for right, and then you're gonna take it.
Yeah.
My feeling. The only part where it gets like really dirty vocally is like my part at the end where it's like wasted, ready up.
Yeah.
And then the little guitar solo, but yeah. I
But
think like
that's what I mean. It's a big contrast. It's
The
like the
vo-
beat. The beat is like rough
I also
neck.
think it's like the best mix of the
Oh, yeah?
project. Well,
I would say the best mix is Heaven's Lobby.
Heaven's Lobby is a nice mix. I just think like it's like a perfect mix. It's like I feel like it's something people would use as a reference mix. People were like,
Oh, yeah?
you know, like how you were like showing me a reference mix. Like this is like if you're trying to do like an R&B alt type of reference mix, like it's the perfect.
I love that.
Everything is so well balanced. I think it's a great. Sonically, it's a great fucking song. And
I
then
agree.
track 2.
Track 2.
What does it give you? Why am I blanking? What's track 2?
Feedback. What are you talking about?
Fucking
What the fuck? Whose man's is this?
feedback. Burgundy. Yeah, Burgundy. Last minute kind of addition to the project.
I think
Burgundy.
it was necessary. I think
It was necessary.
I think he definitely sealed the deal on that song.
Yeah.
Great session.
And like shout out Bergs because he wasn't supposed to be on the project. We were doing a live show, and we were gonna release the project at a live show. And if we did that, Burgundy wouldn't have been on the project. But if we didn't do the show, then Burgundy would. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was the opener act, right?
It's true. I
So,
think it was a natural course of action because I think we were both like impressed and inspired
Yeah.
by Burgundy, and it was like
Yeah, and he had released his project and it was really fire. So yeah,
which
feedback
also allowed us to get Eau Claire
on the production.
on the production. So it's like
Yeah,
just him adding that piano was great.
Yeah. And I think it's Brockhampton vibes. I remember you said that to me, and I was like, that's so true. because like it's super sweet, and then there's just like these little like funny sticky raps at the end. You know,
Exactly.
it's that. It's giving a bit of everything.
Exactly.
Very loose. Wow, nice fire. I'm sure that looks fire on the fucking. Because before, like when I first started recording, the fire wasn't there. You would just see a bit of smoke.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm hoping like it looks really nice. Can I just double check something?
For sure. Imagine it wasn't recording this whole time.
It's recording. Oh yeah. Fuck! Imagine if it was recording. Okay, Burgundy.
I feel like we should make this thing bigger.
I mean, I think it's fire, bro. I could look at how it looks on camera. Okay, so, all right, Mr. Jones, Heaven's Lobby.
Yo, honestly, Heaven's Lobby is I think my favorite song.
Heaven's Lobby is definitely every time I show this project to someone, like Heaven's Lobby is that. I mean, but Better You Than Me though too. I think like Better You
Really,
Than
eh?
Me is subjectively probably like the record people are gonna like get too close, but Heaven's Lobby is probably like fan favorite type of shit. It's that type of like record for me. It's more of like a cut. It's not a deep cut. I won't say it's a deep cut because it's super accessible. But
I think that, you know, it's weird because Better You Than Me, I feel like has that kind of not broader audience that can appreciate it and stuff like that. But I feel like that's the song that I'm most
yeah, it probably looks
I
super.
have the least expectations for.
Better You Than Me or Heaven's
Yeah.
Lobby?
Better You Than Me.
Okay. Okay, because Heaven's Lobby.
Heaven's Lobby to me is like a timeless track.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like my favorite. Like when I put it on, it feels like I have to listen to it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I have
yeah.
to be attentive.
Yeah, it's definitely not a skip. It's definitely not a skip.
No.
Okay, I was dealing with grief during that time. I know you necessarily weren't, but we've all dealt with grief. In that moment directly. I was, and I feel like it really inspired. I mean, at least it pushed me to write some of those lyrics in the chorus. And then you were just adding to it, and I feel like everything just made sense. I think that hook was so fun to write too. I don't know if you remember that, but like we were like, there's only a place and it's other day I can make it up if you wasn't so shy. Like when that transition happened, when that moment in the studio happened, when you were like did the B section of the chorus, we were like, oh my god, dude, this fucking crack. Like it's so like we were like, bro, this is pimp. Like it's like the perfect. Like we were like earworm vibe, and I still think it's earworm vibe. Like, I kill for a good A-B chorus. You know what I mean? A good A, like, hook it here and then there's more juice. So fucking good. Yeah.
I agree. And honestly, it felt so right. It felt like that was one of those songs where it felt like it always existed.
Yeah. It kind of wrote itself. Even the verse, I remember we were just...
Oh my god.
We just-
honestly, we were both
we were just locked in. It was the
Easy.
same thing for Ocean's Floor. I remember
yeah.
Same type
Easy.
of lock-in for the verse. Like, and it's not even like it was like a competition, but we were just like both like, we have to write this.
Yeah, like
we need to write this right now. And we weren't
Way
even
to ride the lightning.
Exactly, and we weren't even revealing the verses to each other. Like, yo, check this out. We were just like, yeah, like just like, just sit the fuck down on the sofa right there, write your verse, and let's just record it on the mic right after.
But you know what? It's interesting because those two songs are like probably the best ones.
Heaven's Lobby and Ocean's Floor.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm looking at the track list right now, and on track number 4, White Rabbit, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, what a fucking slapper, dude. Like, for me, it's such a slappy.
It is a slappy.
Like, dude.
It just sounds like a good song. It just sounds like a good time, a good groove.
It's like when I think of jazz rap, or like that type of like, because it's rap, but like we have some R&B vibes to it as well. Even Yutta, towards her end of her verse, you know, she starts getting melodic, and she has these little melodic like type of runs that she does within her rap verse.
Yeah.
And you necessarily don't get too melodic, but you have this really nice, very crystal tone, smooth, like some smooth tone on it. And then I have more of a melodic type of rap as well. So it kind of feels like this R&B jazz rap record.
Sure.
And I think it's a good one. I think it's a fucking good one. Like
It's a
if you would put
fucking
it
good
to,
one.
like alongside, it's like if you put it in a jazz rap playlist, it would really make a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
I totally
Oh,
agree.
Kin's there.
I think it's Wagwan.
What's up, bro? we should have had him on the project.
No, we should. We will be
should've
on the
had
next
it.
one.
He'll be on.
Yo.
Yeah, White Rabbit. I just think I'm a freak. We love chords, right? You know, like, I remember that session. You were on crack that session, dude.
Was I?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
actually describe that?
I have footage of that footage.
Really?
I have footage.
Can
Well,
you
look at-
describe?
look at
Because I
this.
feel like you describe it really well.
Like,
Also, I don't remember. I don't remember how I was. I actually don't remember.
you were so fucking jokes in that session. Like, fucking. Okay, firstly, Malik. Anyways,
Give some context to the people.
okay. Well, Malik is Malik in a session. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But Malik, we love you, bro.
we do. And honestly, shout out Malik. Those chords were very nice. Shout out Cedric. Those drums are dirty. And
Right.
like the two guys, you know, you got a drummer and you got a guy on
What
a
else do you
keys. And overall, everyone in that room is like a producer. You know what I'm
Right,
trying to say in a
exactly.
sense? Like, so just a great thing. And whatever, Malik is kind of like, you know, straying thoughts everywhere, let's say. Cedric is not that way. Cedric is very like, can we be efficient and be we're on clock right now. You know what I'm saying? We're on a clock. Like, so there's that aspect. So Cedric isn't being patient for
Yeah.
like a fluent session, which is
Fluid session is a stretch of what was happening during that.
exactly. So there's so much more context, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Cedric was like, I need a lock in. Malik was like, dog, like let's just talk and let's just vibe. And but then you were decided, you're like, you know what? This session is a bit like loose right now. Let me fully take control of this fucking moment. And like Malik is like talking about his personal experiences, and you're like, nah, like give me a chord right now, give me a chord. And then he's playing a chord, he's like, nah, suspend it. Suspend it. And you're like, yeah. And then he's trying to have a conversation with me, but you're like feeding into his like, no, what's that chord, dude? What the fuck did you just play? And he's just like, what do you mean? He's trying to have his conversation with me, but he's like, what did I? A9 minor sus, dude. Like, he's like,
A sharp minor suspended 9.
Like, suspended 9. You're like, I
Grab
want
a
more.
beer.
Yeah, grab a brew. And it was just funny because you were like on crack trying to guide him, and then the drums were ready in the session, and it was just funny. It was honestly a funny session.
God, bro, wait.
That looks incredible.
Can you take a photo?
It does.
Of course I can.
Please. Bro, this is... It's
It is
actually epic.
It's super peak.
It's like the best sunset you guys could have asked for.
I told you what I say this morning. I said it's going to be the best sunset.
And there's that little boat that just sinks in.
What's going on, bro?
You're good.
Come on, brother, you good?
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
little bread. Little
Oh,
bread
bread?
to the hand. That's crazy. Mid-interview bread slap, yo. That's crazy.
I love that.
Oh, you just
Yo,
sneezed
what
on
up,
my
Cody?
face. Yeah.
Okay, we basically, I think we end the interview after we talk about the last...
No, last song.
3
of the
songs.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, White Rabbit, super fun session, and honestly, personally, like my favorite one off this.
Yo, can you actually pass me another brew, please?
Yeah, I'll take one too, actually.
Please.
Thanks for adding the please for me. Appreciate it, bro. You grab one, bro.
That fucking sky is
It's crazy, eh?
Bro, I wish I'm like recording the audio, but I really wish I could take a photo with my phone, like, because
I
I got
feel
like
you.
that. Wait, can I?
I think, I don't know.
to stop your audio.
Gonna-
It might just cut it for a second.
Oh no, it's still recording. That's crazy. Oh my god.
It's getting better.
Yo, it's actually getting better. This is gonna look so crazy on his DJI.
Yeah, it's gonna look really nice with the filter and everything. I'm actually kind of curious. I want to open it up and just look at
please.
it. So Elevator Jams, talk to me.
What?
Elevator Jams, talk to me.
Elevator Jams, bro, honestly, I think is the song that I am the most upset with.
Most upset with?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Like, I think it was a song that I really loved in the moment, and then I gradually learned to dislike it more and more. And I think I learned to dislike it more and more because, and in a bad way of looking at it, I attached too much importance on like the visual identity of it and the results of that specific song because I thought it was like so like Amine slapper vibe, blah blah blah, and I felt like the reception was not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like.
Well, we did.
I get it. White Rabbit's a better song. Like, okay, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
I remember saying it like pre-release.
We even
Like,
pitched.
So we're doing it for the time being, and everyone's like elevator jams, and I'm like, dude, we should really run a consensus on which is the lead single. Everyone's at elevator jams.
Everybody
You guys had said White Rabbit.
Yeah,
Originally,
well, me
even
personally-
when he asked me, and I said Elevator Jams. I was like, this is my favorite song.
But bro, even my girl, like I was like, be honest, like what would be appealing more to you when you listen? And now it's crazy because I asked my girl that question, and she'll be like, White Rabbit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck?
But that's what I'm
need
saying.
an opinion.
It's like that's the song that grew. It grew downwards, but not because. Actually, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, yo, this is still
It's a
really
slapper.
dope.
No, it's a slapper.
What
It's
the
not,
fuck?
that's not the point. It's just more like, anyways, White Rabbit I think is generally just, anyways, my favorite song.
Is this your favorite on the whole project?
I mean, yeah, I like the jazzier cuts, which is like Ocean's Floor and like and White Rabbit. Whoa. Dude, I brought some spliffs, bro. You wanna smoke a J?
Just smoke, so I'm good for now.
Okay.
Yo, am I annoying if I ask you for some more wood?
Why, did you already throw the thing I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw it in.
You threw it in.
She's not peeking right now.
You crazy cat.
That's more wood is crazy.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
Yo, guys, we are all about the LGBTQ XRGR fight. He just had to get that on camera.
I was listening to Mr. Morale on the way here, speaking about that,
That's some.
and I was listening to Auntie Diaries. Mother I Sober, I think, is the best song on the project, though. It's,
On Mr. Morale?
or
Okay,
Father Time.
Father Time is
Best,
okay.
by best, I mean my favorite.
Okay, but wait, like Auntie Diaries, I get your cut on there, but I'm
That
like,
wasn't one of my favorites.
okay, I'm
but
gonna
it's a
skip
great
that song. No, I skip that song every time.
It's
Like-
not something I would listen to often.
It's just too much for me. I'm just
Even-
like, I'm
I-
like, but Mother I Sober is a great, like, first listen, I was like, wow. Like,
Mother I Sober doesn't have the same replay. I get what you mean, but
Yeah.
they're just the powerful songs.
yeah, no,
That,
I
like,
think,
like
but
Sing About
wait.
Me type of thing.
I don't mean to interject. We definitely should talk about our music.
Oh,
yeah. Well, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Somehow Kendrick Lamar is everywhere all at once. Is he
I do wanna
omnipresent?
say,
He
though-
might be.
I just want to add to that comment because I think
Yeah.
I think time plays a extremely important, extremely big part of like releasing music.
Yeah.
Sometimes for myself, my favorite songs of all time
Coda.
aren't things I love right away.
Yeah.
It's stuff that grew with me over time and I understood it or I caught
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
layers of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you might go
I was bringing
through
the
a
mic
life
closer to you.
experience that you didn't understand before when you listen to that song.
Yeah,
You go through
yeah.
That shit and you're like, oh my god.
And then at a vibrational level, I think sometimes it's not the best song, but something strikes somebody about a song, and like I think humans have like default settings with certain things. So that's why White Rabbit, we were like almost emotionally tied to Elevator Jams, or at least I was, because
Yeah.
like I was there through a bit of the process, I guess. But
That's true, yeah.
White Rabbit might have more of like, it might appeal to the default listener of
Yeah.
it more, you know?
I think it's a bit more niche.
Yeah.
And when you hit, well,
It depends how you perceive the word niche, though.
but so what I'm
Not
saying
to
is
be
like
like
the more accessible record by listening is Elevator Jams, right? It's the sample base, it's more
Yeah,
familiar, it bops, you know,
Yeah,
really.
I think it's just a bop of it.
Even
that makes
the
it, like-
drums, it's very like, you know, it's
Yeah.
very like on the thing, but White Rabbit is like off grid. It's like
yeah.
every drums are
It's
everything.
eccentric.
It's
Yeah.
eccentric, right? So that's what I mean by niche is that it's not as
Yeah, you're right. You are
It's
right.
more of an ear, you know. You more of like guys like us are gonna. But once you actually tap into that ear properly, or make it like, or present it really well, a niche is what becomes popular, right? It becomes pop
Yeah,
music,
within a
right?
certain, like, demographic.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's sort of demographic, and yes, I think it's that. But yeah,
Coda, sit.
yeah.
sit
So
down.
elevator jams, and
Sit.
you know what? I'm not gonna lie with you, Moses. I kind of feel the same. I was not unsatisfied because I don't think I'm ever unsatisfied. I would have probably put a hold on it if we were like a bit unsatisfied. But I know what you mean. I kind of like I like. I'm not mad at your take right there.
I think it is what it is. Ocean floors, bro.
Can I say something before we get into this?
Yeah.
I feel like you could also listen to the project from Ocean's Floor down, and then
Backwards?
Better You Than Me back. You kind of like they kind of make sense backwards and frontwards, which is cool.
Yeah, it's also it's like an even number.
Yeah.
So we don't have a middle song. There's no middle song.
No, there's technically no middle song. Yeah.
So
There's no interlude. There's just
nothing.
song after song. Yeah. So Ocean's Floor. Say what you have to say.
Ocean Floors.
Dude, that session was peak.
It was
dude.
I think it was my favorite session.
Yeah, it
like
was.
I remember it so vividly, and I remember it as we were finishing something on what we thought was feedback,
Yeah.
and then it was late
Yeah,
at
yeah.
night. It was probably 11 p.m.
And I had to leave. I was telling you, like,
you
bro,
were like,
I
have
need
to
to
leave,
go, bro.
Yeah, and then I remember sitting at the keyboard playing just random fucking chords, and then there's just the keys, the melody.
Yeah. And I started doing a melody, and you're like, voice record that shit right now.
Yeah.
And then like, you gassed me so hard.
Yo, but it sounded so good.
Yeah, you gassed me so hard, and we ended up staying till like 3 a.m.
We had to write, we had to produce it, we had to get
We
everything.
did everything, bro. Like that song, if you think about it, everything was done that one session.
It's true.
It's a 3 hour.
Well, no, we will give a shout out to Dayside because he did add
Okay,
the
yes.
counter melody
Yeah.
during the mixing session, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
very
yeah.
crucial.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Dayside in general. He did
Dayside,
better
yeah.
than me.
He did Heaven's Lobby.
Heaven's Lobby.
He did
He mixed
Ocean Floors.
Ocean's Floor. He did a lot of work on it. So shout out him. And he did a peak counter melody in Ocean's Floor. But what I meant is like everything that
He
was.
also did the solo
in
on
Better
Better
You Than Me.
Better
Yeah,
You,
exactly.
yeah.
That's his solo. But yeah, I think like Ocean's Floor is cool. And why Ocean's Floor? I just want to say that right now. And because like we're by the lake, like what does Ocean's Floor mean to you? Because I remember we wrote the song and it was like, "Well, night I see on the ocean floor." Like, what do you mean by that? Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know?
I think, okay, so in full transparency, I think that at that period of time, it was, I was revisiting Mac Miller's album, Swimming,
Okay.
and I really, really loved his music video for, what is it called?
Is it the weird abstract one?
Care, what is it, Care?
Good. No, not Good News. I was thinking about the Good News
No,
video.
it's the one with like, there's the person who's in this-
Self-care.
Self-care, and it's the guy, he's like in a scuba dive outfit, right? And me personally, I was going through some stuff that I needed to take more account of my own self-care, and I was spreading myself thin. I felt really fucking overwhelmed. I was doing a lot in that period of time, and I was starting to feel a burnout. So it literally felt like I was on the ocean floor. And when you're on the ocean floor, it's like you're hitting bedrock, obviously, but
Pressure.
yeah, you have all the pressure of the water around you, however you want to like visualize it. But what's the sights I see on the ocean floor? So it's like, what are you looking at when
From the
you're at
bottom.
your lowest of lows, and how are you taking that in, and how are you going to swim your way out of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, what's the sights I see on the ocean's floor? Just a light, I don't know where to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. And that's
But you
kind of what
see
I
a-
saw. I
right?
understood that. That's kind of what I felt. I felt like,
Like there's a light, but you still don't know where to go because it's hard to see.
and like, that boat right there
Is peak.
so alright.
Are we farming?
I'm scared I'm like hiding it. I think I'm hiding it in the scene.
I really hope you're not,
I
bro.
hope I'm not.
Because
That's
it's so
a
gorgeous.
fucking beautiful thing.
Bro, like
But-
even you see the sparkles of the city lights across the ocean?
Wait, is that Hudson? What is that? No, that's Laval?
No,
that
no,
like-
no. So like Saint Lazare is over there on the right. So over there would technically be, actually, no, actually.
Anyways, yeah. I'd have to look at the map, but why put such, like, why was it a decision to put Ocean's Floor, a song like that with that meaning in the beginning? Because like when I put together some projects sometimes too, I like to have it as phases or resolution,
Okay.
right? Because let's say there's a song like that where you're tackling like lows and something like, I'm hopeful, but like I'm really stuck, right? That's kind of the vibe. I understood what you just explained. Why end it without a resolution? Like, because I feel like there isn't a resolution in a sense to the conflict that there is. It just ends on the conflict, if anything. It ends on like, I'm in a conflicted
problem.
area. But on a sense of Better You Than Me, it's super climaxy. So I feel like this is a whole ride. It's a really whole ride, and it leaves you kind of, in my end, Pseudo Tones is, it's not about like coming to a conclusion. It's about kind of just being left and then making your own thing, in a sense.
Yeah.
And making like, there is like, I see a light, whatever. There's a hope, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? It's like, it's super peak in the beginning. You get into feedback, some dirty, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking dirty shit. You get into Heaven's Lobby, grief.
So this would bring up a good question of like, when I listen to the project for myself personally, and I listen to it from front to back, it feels like the beginning of the project is demanding some sort of attention because there's a strong sense of conviction. And that sense of conviction, I think, is from the experience of those songs and how they were created.
Yeah.
So within those songs and the music itself, it feels like, okay, we had a very strong direction and a strong purpose with them, because it goes from Better You Than Me, Super Climax, Feedback. Like, that was also a very easy song to write.
Yeah.
Heaven's Lobby, it's like, yo, those songs they wrote themselves at the end of the day. But Ocean's Floor, as much as it was like a super fluid song as well, it felt like, at least for me, it was like, it was hard to have that amount of vulnerability and talk about those things, because I'm not even just talking about like in lyrics, but just like expressing that emotion, because to me it was actually a moment where I felt like my own artistry evolved. I felt like it was an actual evolution of being like, oh my God, I can do this, and I can create this, and we can do this, and we can create something like this. And not to mention, like, we were in the middle of like Lahai dropping and shit like that, like very inspired by Sampha. And I don't think artists talk about how much energy it takes to just write a record that you care about and you're willing to release, right? So that process to me was like, okay, well,
It was a spiritual.
spiritual
shit. Yeah. And how I look at it too, when it comes to like the sense of like, it's really cool collaborative stuff, because it's like, you're on your journey, I'm on my journey,
Absolutely.
and we decided to make a pit stop, intertwine our journeys, make a fragment of time with that in our journeys.
And it'll live forever. That's what's weird too. I think at this age too in our careers, it's a weird thing, because it's like, we're 26 now, and that even like going back to the Ocean Floors and thinking about Mac, like Mac to me was like, he's top 3 my favorite artists of all time. And the fact that he passed away at the age of 26, there's so many internal conflicts that go along with that. Just like his drug abuse.
26?
Yeah, he passed away at 26.
So wait, he did all those albums. Sorry, anyways, whatever.
But no,
it's a conversation.
That's one of the main reasons why it was like a very difficult thing for me to.
Yeah, but it was for everyone.
Acknowledge.
Yeah.
But as like an artist, because I was like, you accomplished all of this in your 26 years, and I'm like, wow, like, why is this feel like I'm not there yet, you know? But the way that I describe somebody like Mac Miller or Amy Winehouse or Kurt Cobain is that these people were meant to be supernovas, and a supernova burns so bright and then it explodes, right? And that's, God, like, rest their souls, honestly, because these people were amazing and they gave us so much that they didn't have to, you know? And that was their journey. So I guess it was a weird thing, because I kind of had a narrative or an identity crisis in that moment, because I viewed myself as a supernova, but I was doing things that were detrimental for my own body and mind and whatever that might be, but I wasn't getting the results that they were, because that wasn't supposed to be my path. And I was fighting so hard trying to match or mimic or whatever it might be.
But I feel like that's a lot of people's journey.
A lot of people,
Like, you know, it's crazy because we feel like we're alone in that. You feel like this feeling is so unique to me, right?
Not.
It's so like well, I mean, it is unique to you because it's how you deal with it, right? So you uniquely deal with it, but I feel you.
It's not reserved.
I feel you heavily, and I think we.
Like, I wish I could have had a conversation. I wish I could have had a studio session with a guy like that, and I wish I could have showed somebody like Mac Pseudo tones to be like, tell me what you would have done on this. And it's a very interesting. Life is such an interesting. They say God is a comedian, right?
Yeah.
The one time that I was able to see Mac live, I was with my friend Marcus, my best friend at the time, and we both went to a show. I think it was at M. Tellis. He was doing his tour for the Divine Feminine. And I was young, I was probably 18, 17. And I went to the show, and him and I both took like Xanax. Like we took Xanax and we were super high, and I was like, this is what I felt like it was. Like I felt like, oh, this is like Mac, like this is the vibe. And I ended up not having a great time because I ended up drinking, and I kind of forgot a lot, you know what I mean?
Overstimulated yourself.
Yeah, overstimulated myself, and it's like, but I do remember the show, and I remember how it felt, and I remember how empowering it felt, that thing. But it was weird because at that age, you're so influenced and you're so susceptible to these things, and it's like, I think going through that experience, it's almost like Mac taught me a lesson. Like, you need to relax. And soon after that, it's like I toned everything down.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, it's really.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, I kind of went on a tangent there. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
a bit. Someone ordered some yappuccino over there.
Cappuccino. Yo, you want to see this cheese ball, fam?
No, but like one thing about us that was cool is that we are both unhinged, in a sense. We both have a very similar type of humor.
Yeah,
And
but I think it
fun.
was easily became friends. Like,
Exactly, easily became friends. Easily be able to be creative with each other, because it's hard to be creative with people at least to your full extent, right? To be free, because I feel like creative isn't just like coming up with like good chords. It's about like that, and it's about like laughing.
It is about
It's
laughing.
like,
It's about all those
I
emotions.
can't be creative if I'm not like almost like dying of laughter, or I'm not like,
Exactly.
or I'm not like being able to have like a conversation that I'm leaving home with, and I'm like, oh, that was a fucking unpacking. I just unpacked right here.
Right?
Like, why did I do that? So it was a creative, it was a spiritual experience.
Like, we
and
could have had intercourse and it would have been normal, you know what I mean?
crazy. The amount of times, the amount of unhinged jokes that happened.
No, but you know what? I think it's necessary to bring up like that situation when we were first starting a project, and we were first learning about each other, and you had asked me this question.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Yo, I was like, yo, fuck this guy. Say the question. I'm gonna be tripping.
You said like, oh man, I think you should actually ask me again.
But what's the question?
It was a question of like I think I said something, and you were like, okay, no, there was actually two situations. There was the one situation where I had said something, and I think it was like a mom joke or something like that.
Okay.
And I think that like you took it the wrong way. Well, you didn't take it the wrong way. You just took it face value.
Yeah.
Right? And
Well, it was
then-
just more like, are we joking or are we not joking?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
And then that kind of spiraled into talking about communication and
Yeah.
And I remember it also. What was that aspect? It was a very important aspect, but I just remember the feeling that I felt when we talked about it, because I think it had to do with openness.
Yeah, just openness and like saying boundaries and being like, because we made a lot of jokes, and it came to a part where it's like, it's jokes, but it's jokes until like someone doesn't want to perceive it as a joke, and it's like that actually touched close to home, you know. And I don't know what you mean by that, because like, are we tight like that? You know what I mean? It was like a moment like yeah, we're locked in, but like, are we tight? Like you actually gonna fuck around in that sense? And then after that, it became even crazier. Like, we were just fucking around, and we realized, if we're gonna say some crazy shit, it's gonna be a joke. And same thing with the music. If we're gonna do some crazy shit, well, it's just music, right? It's music, right? So, anyways.
But do you remember what the joke was?
I don't remember fully. No. But like, it's vaguely in that. It's vaguely in that world. How do you want to end it? How do we end this? Should we just like stare out in the just aura farm it or something?
It's a good question. I think we should just say our thank yous. Yeah. I would like to thank.
Shout out Cedric.
I would
Shout
like
out
to thank.
Nyata. Shout out
Yeah.
Malik.
Thank you, Cedric. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, Nyata.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Crazy cover art. Oh, we didn't even talk about the cover art. Anyways, but thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Man, thank you, Benoit.
Benoit.
Because he
Shout out
definitely
Benoit,
inspired
dude.
us through that. Thank you, Eau Claire.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bird.
Willie Wonder, bro.
Thanks, Willie. Thanks.
Thank you, Malik, bro. Thank you, Malik.
Yeah, I said Malik. Malik
you?
was like the second person. Shout out Dawson. Shout out Ken. They weren't necessarily 100% involved, but they were there at the shows. They supported the process. They gave their ins. And shout out to everyone. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to everyone that was just emotionally there for us in this last year and a half of creating. Because it's not just about this project. It's about like, we are also in a transitional peak of being growing men. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to everyone in that situation. But great show. It was a good show. It was fun. We did a
Smoking
lot of.
Kush right now?
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah.
I
think it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap. But yeah, shout out to everyone. And let's walk out of this. We should hug. Yeah, okay. Let's do this.
Hey. Love you, bro.
Love you, bro. Let's end this. Bye.